everybody, it's Emily from the Bell Road branch of the Newburgh-Chandler Public Library, and welcome to this week's video for the Tween Virtual Book Club. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be showing you some basics of quilling, and I'm also going to show you how you can take those basics and turn them into leaves on a tree. Let's get started. So, quilling, simply put, is just the art of paper twirling. And I'm going to show you a few basics of quilling today using some different techniques. So the things that you're going to need are quilling paper, a toothpick, some glue, and it's also handy to have some sort of measuring tool so that your coils are all the same size. The first shape I'm going to show you today is a tight coil. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your quilling paper and your toothpick. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I am using store-bought quilling paper, but you can also make your own quilling paper either by cutting the paper yourself or by using a paper shredder. However, if you're going to use a paper shredder, make sure you get permission from your parent or guardian first. Now, in order to make the tight coil, what you're going to do is you're going to take one end of your quilling paper and start wrapping it around your toothpick. And you're just going to keep wrapping it. If it feels tight, you might be able to kind of let go of the paper and just turn the toothpick like I'm doing right now. And it's starting to turn on its own. And you're going to want to keep doing that until the entire strip of paper is in a spiral. So I'm going to keep going here, almost done. And there we go. Now I'm going to very gently, you might have to turn it a little bit, take the toothpick out of the coil. I'm going to flatten it down. And then in order to make the tight coil, you're simply going to glue this end here without changing the shape at all. And it'll look something like this. As you can see, this is one that I've already made. I've already glued it down. And this is a tight coil. I'm not going to turn this into a tight coil, however, because I'm going to show you how to make our second shape, which is a loose coil. So I'm going to use this size right here. And I'm going to take my coil and I'm going to very gently set it inside. Oh, see, and that can happen sometimes. If it does, simply take it out and try to re-wrap it a little bit just so that it's smaller than the size so you can try to get the right size that you want. So I'm going to re-wrap it a little bit, just like that. And if that happens, it's not a big deal. It still happens to me all the time. Okay, now I'm going to gently place it in the circle and kind of control it as it expands to the size I want inside of the circle, like that. Then I'm going to very gently pick it up and take my glue, put just a tiny, tiny bit of glue on the end here, like that. Oop. And hold it for a few seconds so it sets. And there you have your second shape, which is the loose coil, and looks like that. Now the third and final shape that I'm going to show you is really simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take your loose coil and you're going to pinch half of it between your fingers like that. You're going to want to press hard, make sure it's pinched, and open it. And this is the third shape, which is a teardrop. So once you get your basic coils, you can turn them into almost any shape you want. If I wanted to change this into an eye, all I would have to do would be to press that side and get that back in there. And there we go. Now it's in the shape of an eye. So you can make a whole bunch of different shapes with these. Now I'm going to show you 3 trees that I made using the 3 shapes that I just showed you. So the first one is this one, and I made this tree out of a bunch of loose coils. And then I have this one, and I made this tree out of a bunch of teardrops. And then I have this tree, which I made out of teardrops and tight coils. So those are just some things you can do at home, and as you can see, you can do a lot with just a few shapes. If you want to try quilling, but you also want to start with something simpler, the Tween Take and Make this week is a smaller quilling project. You'll get a kit in an envelope, and your kit will include 5 strips of quilling paper, a toothpick, a measuring tool, instructions, and the paper with your outline on it. For this take and make, you're going to make 5 balloons. So let me show you my example. Here's my example of what I made. So I used 3 teardrops and 2 loose coils to make the balloons. So in your kit, you'll get 5 strips of quilling paper, and you'll get this basic outline with the strings for the balloon already drawn on. So you can use your measuring tool to pick whichever sizes you want. For the teardrop ones, I used this size, and for the loose coils, I used this size. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you had fun. Make sure to pick up a Tween Take and Make if you want to try your hand at a smaller project and have fun quilling. I hope I see you all next time, and until then, have a great week. Bye!